12 projects. And my understanding is that, you know, the city has engineering capacity, and so all these sidewalks have to be engineered, and so they have to go through a planning process, and it's fairly detailed. And there's only so much that the engineering team can do at any one point. And so they have to add it into workflow that they're already doing within the city. So that's kind of one constraint that I understand. And the other issue that I will come back to again is 10 years is a really long time. And if we wait for yet a new plan, we're kicking the can just down the road another couple of years before we have anything to even work with. And so, you know, so that's why voting this through and my stance of being pro Prop 1 is like, we got to do this now, not later, now. And the proposition itself also offers flexibility in prioritization of projects, and it has flexibility of, I mean, if you read through the actual language, not the language that you find here, but the actual language of the proposition, which you can find online, it basically details out and it says like, hey, here are the 12 projects that we're interested in funding, and if at some point we deem that these are not doable, they're unfeasible, we can actually shift, right? So there is flexibility in the way that they wrote the proposition. And so why wouldn't we vote through a funding stream that's dedicated to sidewalks?
You want to talk to?
Yeah, I'll respond briefly. So part of the reason, as the city said when they gave their presentation, it's been a while because there's been a set of other challenges in infrastructure, Aurora being a huge one. Now, thanks, yeah. One of the things they said on page 4, they showed a slide where the revenue for transportation projects, and you see there's a very narrow amount that they contribute from the general fund. One of the things that we noticed as a committee, as an advisory committee, is that the city actually projected reducing the general fund contributions to the maintenance budget and the roads capital budget. The reason for that is because of their 10-year sustainability concerns on the operating side. Obviously, police go up, obviously road maintenance goes up. So, you know, we admit that like the city isn't flush with cash. That's completely agree, and that's why prioritization is needed. The concern is that they are looking for this sales tax as a way to fund, as I said, that kind of greenfield through the transportation benefit district, where their general fund and the other revenue sources that they have are already stretched to pay for the other services that we want. So sidewalks is the next big thing as a capital standpoint, but it's still in the overall priority conversation that we need to have in the city too. So that's one of the risks and why it's been kind of punted for a while, is that there's a lot of important things to do.
We have one more question. Do people want to go another 6 minutes?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'll say too, I have 15 minutes, about 1:45 till I gotta hopefully head out.
Are you okay with another question then?
I'll keep my answer to 90 seconds.
Okay.
I'll work with you on that.
Yeah, right there, we cut it in
Yep.
half, 3 minutes.
How much of this new tax is expected to go to debt financing? And I don't know if you know the answer to this question or not.
I don't even know.
Yeah, the answer is 100%, and that's it's in the city presentation. I believe they said that because they want to bring those projects forward. You know, let's just say 2 million on average over 10 years. You're only going to get 20 million. They're actually getting 60 million. So they're going to debt finance, i.e., bonds, and then they're going to build what they can at the beginning. And the 20-year term of the sales tax is only permissible by Washington state law because it's all going to debt financing. If it was pay as you go, as we collect 2 million a year on average, they can build as they go. Now you deal with construction and inflation over years, so that's the different risk. That's, you know, full transparency. It's not perfect that you don't debt finance, but it is all going to be debt, and about 18 to 19 million is just going to be on that interest for the bond itself that they have to repay.
Well, thank you. All right.
Great.
Well, I think we've come to the end of our evening here.
Yeah.
And,
Thanks a
thank
lot.
you so very much. I wanted to say one more thing, which is that we have another meeting happening in November, and it is going to be on November 20th, I believe. Let me just double check my notes here, which are not there. The third Thursday in November, and our topic will be the customer response team, here in Shoreline. There's a lot to know about them. And, so if you'll join us, we're gonna have a joint meeting with Echo Lake.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can take a break from your Thanksgiving preparations and come on down, we'd love to see you.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.